Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Laker family, where the Lakers suffered an embarrassing loss to the Miami Heat, Game 3 of the NBA Finals tonight. And to be quite honest, it is a little embarrassing because we were basically supposed to sweep this team, especially with Dragic and Bam Adebayo out again. So there was supposed to be absolutely no chance that the Heat were able to win this game. And yet they did. They pulled it out with grit, heart, determination. And I see now a little bit of the reason why they've made it this far. They kind of remind me of that Allen Iverson team back when they reached the championship and had to play Shaq and Kobe, and they stole a game from them. That's the team they kind of remind me of, very defensive minded, and you have one superstar, which they had Allen Iverson, and this team has Jimmy Butler. Well, Jimmy Butler had his AI moment against Shaq and Kobe tonight against us, and he hats off to him, man. Hats off to him. The guy was a stone cold killer tonight. 40 points, 11 rebounds, 13 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, doing it on both ends of the floor. Special. The boy got out there and got a triple-double, man. Just looked good out there. I felt like, I don't want to be one of those conspiracy theorist type of people or whatever, but I felt like also as well, the refereeing in this game was so atrocious to the point where I started feeling like, are they trying to give away a game to the Miami Heat? Not taking anything away from the Heat because they played well, but the type of fouls that they were calling on us was very, very atrocious. And the way they sent Anthony Davis to the bench within a blink of an eye, it was almost like, oh, the fix is in. The fix is in, for, at least for just this game. Whether it's maybe they're trying to get their ratings back up, because I was hearing that some of the ratings was falling off because of the ease of how the Lakers were just manhandling the Miami Heat. And I guess less people were tuning in because the outcome seemed to be decided already. So maybe this might be some little wrinkle that they have to throw in there in order to get some of these ratings back. I don't know. I'm not saying that it is what it is, but it certainly looked like it with the type of calls that were being called tonight. Very, very questionable and even downright atrocious. Like that fourth foul, I think it was, Anthony Davis picked up. Even all the announcers agreed that Frank Vogel should have challenged that one, because Leonard clearly had blocked Anthony Davis' path, and they gave Anthony Davis the charge. So I felt like that was another critical turning point in the game that could have gone a different way if Frank Vogel would have went on ahead and used your challenge. I'm like sitting here on the couch. You have a challenge. Why take it home with you? Not one time in this game did he use his challenge. Why take it home with you, especially in a game like this where the refereeing was that atrocious? There were more calls where that could have been overturned, but he chose to keep his challenge flag or whatever. Like a couple of drives of Butler, who came in with his off arm and just completely removed the defender out the way. There was a play where Danny Green was holding him in the post, and he just completely moved him out the way twice with his off arm, and then ended up getting the foul call going in his favor. Those type of calls are like momentum changing calls, especially if you don't challenge it. It's very blatant that it should be overturned. So poor refereeing. I'm not going to completely blame this game on refereeing because the Heat simply play with more heart. The only thing I don't like about my team is we have these games where we just relax. I don't know what it is. We just lackadaisical, go on a Sunday stroll, and just, I don't know, we just looking like zombies for the most part of the game. No energy, little to no energy at all. I was looking for it from somebody. I mean, Kuzma and Morris, they played okay. They both had 19 apiece, but just overall, man, it wasn't enough juice from the team for 48 minutes. It wasn't even enough juice for 20 minutes in this game for my team. We got it to 91. We finally came back, fought back, and cut it to. No, we tied the game up at 91. Late in the fourth quarter, they called a timeout, and then the rest was history after that. The Heat just came back and took the lead and never relinquished it after that. Very, very embarrassing on our part, not because the Heat won, but because of the effort we showed. At the beginning of the series, I had already gave the Heat maybe 1 or 2 games just out of respect for Erik Spoelstra and the heart of Jimmy Butler. And after the first 2 games, when we played with our regular fire and determination and desire, we clearly outmatched them. But when you come out like this, you're going to get bit. You keep playing with fire, you're going to get burned eventually. And they got burned tonight by the Heat because Jimmy Butler was sure cooking tonight, along with other guys that jumped in and helped him as well. Jay Crowder with 10, Duncan Robinson with 13, Tyler Hero with 17, and like I said, Kelly Olynyk with 17. Like I said in my last video, I felt like the Heat were catching on to something. Even though they lost, I felt like they were catching on to something. I said, Lakers, I said, beware. It looks like they may have found something even with the loss with Kelly Olynyk, because Kelly Olynyk can stretch our bigs out, keep our bigs from the paint, and it can make their offense that much more complex. Combined with the fact that we also all year have had trouble guarding big men that can shoot from long range. So they stuck with that game plan tonight. Even Miles Leonard, their other center, came in, hit a 3, and had 7 points in 13 minutes. You know what I'm saying? It's we got to do better than this, man. We got to do better than this. Our three-point shot could have been better. I mean, Danny Green and Caldwell Pope, they were just shooting threes off the side of the backboard, looking like Pandemic P. Danny Green, you can't go 0 for 4 from 3-point range. In 17 minutes, all you gave us was 2 points. At this point, you might as well put J.R. Smith in there at his spot. That don't make no sense at all. It doesn't make any sense at all, Danny Green. And there's another point I wanted to get to. Tyler Hero. Good game from him, but the little snarl at the end, just be careful, young blood. Be careful. We've seen this movie time and time again throughout the whole playoffs. What was the Blazers doing when they finally won one game off of us? They were jumping up, high-fiving, Nurkic on the bench talking about Dame time. You name it. Gentlemen swept. The Rockets. They ended up getting the first game off of us. Russell Westbrook, Mo, cussing at the crowd and just spitting and scarling and scowling, Harden. They was just dancing and prancing around. What happened? Gentlemen sweep. The Nuggets, they kept their cool. We had no problems with them. They finally won that one game. I think it was game 3 or game 4. And Jamal Murray got to backpedaling and dancing and swaying after he was drilling those threes on us. Gentlemen swept. So just be careful with the snarls and the early premature dancing and all that kind of stuff. I know LeBron James got on our team for doing that prematurely. I think the first game of this series, but so far we've earned the right to do that because we've gentlemen swept every team that we've played up until this point. Y'all had to struggle somewhat, especially against Boston, to get here. So, and y'all not even favored. Y'all are heavily underfavored in this series. So just be careful with the little premature celebrations and stuff like that. But all in all, I feel like our leaders, obviously Anthony Davis couldn't be in the game for the most part due to the refs. But even when he was in there, I felt like the Heat was doing a good enough job to bother him and keep him out of his sweet spots, getting to his sweet spots on the floor, combined with the teammates just not looking for him. They were coming down, jacking up dumb threes, like early in the shot clock, instead of looking, settling in, running the offense, beating the zone like we were doing game 1 and game 2. Finding somebody in the middle of the floor, either they shoot it or another quick pass to the person rolling to the rim, or kick it out to a three-point shooter. That's simple to beat the zone. And we just simply didn't do that tonight. LeBron James, decent stat line, 25 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, near triple-double. He had 2 blocks. I'm not gonna lie to you, Butler kind of gave him the business tonight, even when LeBron James got switched on to him. To be fair to LeBron James, Butler was giving everybody the business. But at the same time, I haven't seen anybody in this playoff so far give LeBron James the business like that thus far. So hats off to Butler again for that. But back to LeBron, the 8 turnovers. Like, his stat line looked good until you get to the turnover department. 8 turnovers. And that was the second reason we lost this game. The first, no, that was the third. The first was referees. Second was lack of energy. Third, turnovers. 19 turnovers combined as a team. Just giving the ball game away. As well as Miami Heat played, we still could have won this game. 19 turnovers is going to get you a loss against anybody. Got to do better, Lakers. We got to do better. I believe game 4 is coming up Tuesday. We got some regrouping to do. We got some regrouping, and who knows if Bam or Dragic will be ready by then. So you just kicked the game. You just kicked the finish line basically down the road, and you could potentially make this a tougher series if Bam and Dragic can come back even 80 or 85% of themselves. So get it together, Lakers. We got to bring this championship home. No playing around. You can't play around when you get to this point. Finish the job. But that's all I have for today, guys. Go ahead, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. Go ahead and support your boy. You see I'm dropping that great IQ and that great knowledge, so why not support? So I'll see y'all next time for that 4th game recap. Peace.